The story of Adam and Eve is one of the most famous religious stories. In brief, that is what we have been told. God created Adam and Eve and settled them in heaven. Then Satan tricked them and made them to eat or touch the forbidden fruit or plant. As the consequence of their action, God got upset, and as a punishment, he expelled them out of the heaven and to the earth. Adam and Eve made a big mistake, and we are all suffering because of their sin. We were supposed to be in heaven, but we are here on earth because of Adam and Eve. We still respect them because they are our mother and father, but all our miserable lives are because of them. All the religions came to fix the mess that Adam and Eve made. All the religions came to take us back to heaven. Thousands of years of religious teachings, thousands of prophets coming, and millions of people killed in religious wars. All were just because of a bite of an apple. What a waste. I did not want to be a part of this long, bloody, wasteful reunion movement. I preferred to stay here and enjoy my life on Earth, eating as many as apple I wanted, and forget about what Adam and Eve did. Very upset with this nonsense story, instead of listening to it over and over again, I decided to read the whole story on my own, without any interpretation from anybody else under any name. I read Quran because it happened that I was born a Muslim. This is what I read. In chapter 2, verse 30 to 39, it is said that God told angels that he wants to have a representative on earth. Angels asked, "We are cherishing you and praying to you. Why do you need somebody else?" They were not questioning God, they just needed some clarification. God said, "I know things that you don't know." Then he taught Adam all the knowledge. Then he asked angels, "Do you know what he knows?" They replied, "We know only what you have taught us." God told Adam, "Tell them what you know." Then God said to angels, "I told you before, I know all the secrets of the universe, even the ones that you have hidden from me." This was a hint to Satan that I know what you have hidden in your heart. Then God asked all angels to bow to Adam as a gesture of respect. All angels bowed to human except Satan. Then God told Adam, "Stay in heaven and eat and drink whatever you want, but don't get close to that tree, because you will be one of the unjust ones." Adam and Eve were supposed to stay in heaven only for a short period of time, and not forever. The plan for them was going to earth. So far, based on this story, God has chosen Adam and Eve. He is planning to send them to the earth as his representative. He has blessed them with his knowledge, and has made all angels to bow to them. This is a big honor for Adam and Eve. This is a huge responsibility on the shoulders of these two little newcomers. There is something very special about Adam and Eve. They are a part of God. They are two drops of God's soul. They are footsteps of God on earth. They will bring joy and prosperity to the earth. In heaven, everybody wants to be them. They are the closest ones to God. In the heaven, there is someone whose name is Satan. He is shocked to see that Adam and Eve are closer to God than him. He feels jealous. Jealousy makes him blind. He does not see that Adam and Eve are not like angels. They are not comparable to angels. Angels cannot be jealous of them, because they are not, like angels, close friends of God. They are God himself. You cannot be jealous of God. You cannot stand between God and God. But Satan is blind. He does not understand any of these. He knows that there is not very much time left. Adam and Eve soon will leave heaven to start their mission on earth. He has to do something before they leave, before they even get bigger than what they already are. He has to prove to God that these two newcomers do not deserve this much attention. Based on chapter 7, verses 21 to 22, Satan approaches them in heaven as one of God's angel. He tells them, "God has prohibited you from this tree just because, if you touch it, you will turn to an angel, or you will become immortal." And he swore to them, "I am an honest advisor for you." This was Satan's first lie ever. He hated Adam and Eve so much that he ruined his own innocence just to ruin their reputation. What a big mistake he made. He still hates us. I don't hate him. I am away from him. Endless hate in Satan's heart is the worst punishment for him. For thousands of years, hate has been burning him from inside. Shame on him. Back to our story. Adam and Eve are scared of their big responsibility. They want to stay in heaven, even if it is for the price of coming down to the angels' level. The story continues in chapter 2, verses 30 to 39, that they listened to Satan, and this mistake threw them out of their rank. As we can see, what they did threw them out of their rank, not out of heaven. Now God is disappointed because with this act, Adam and Eve telling him that they don't want to go to the earth. After all he did for them, choosing them as his representative on earth, preparing them with his divine knowledge, asking his close friends to bow to them, after all these, Adam and Eve betrayed him. They said no to God and yes to Satan. Now Satan is happy. The chosen ones want to be with Satan in heaven, not with God on earth. The story in Quran continues that God tells them, "Go to earth while you hate each other." The punishment that God chooses for Adam and Eve is hating each other, not going to earth. Going to earth was the reason for their existence. Going to earth was their mission. Going to earth was their honor. They were supposed to go to earth to spread love. They were not supposed to go to earth with hate, and this was their punishment. Hating each other is the worst punishment. God is the ultimate source of love. Being close to him means love. Being away from him means hate. Nothing is worse than being away from God. Hating each other is the biggest punishment for followers of Satan. Poor Satan. He is full of hate. He is the source of hate. He spreads hate amongst us. Shame on him. I don't hate him. I am away from him. Some people believe that Satan's problem started with his immense love for God, which led him to jealousy, and later lying to Adam and Eve. I don't believe this story. Considering love and Satan together feels disgusting to me. If Satan truly loved God, he would sacrifice himself for his will. Love and jealousy do not go together. If you truly love someone, you love everything about that person, even those things that take your place. That is why grandparents love their grandchildren a lot, even though they replace them in their children's heart. When there is jealousy in a love affair, that is not love anymore. It is possession. Possession originates from selfish me, who is hidden inside each one of us. The only thing that me loves is me. Love lives when me dies. I love you is a wrong statement because there is no I when there is love. There is nothing that Satan truly loves. Even his so-called love for God was for the purpose of securing God's love for himself. What a fool! That was what he was hiding from God in his heart when God told him, "I know all the secrets of the universe, even the ones that you have hidden from me." God told Satan that he knew that Satan didn't love him. Shame on Satan. The journey of Satan started with me, then possession, then jealousy, then hate, and finally, lie. There was no such a thing as love in this path. This is the path that lots of us have also chosen in our life. The only difference is that Satan is the whisperer of hate and badness, but we are the actual keeper of hate and doer of the badness. Hate is the number one criteria to tell who will be the representative of God on earth and who will not. Anybody who has hate in the heart, even a good person, is not qualified to stand along with the men and women of God. There is no hate on God's side. No one can be there with hate in heart, even a small one. There is no such thing as good hate. Even hating bad people is not good. There is no such a thing as hate for good cause. Hate is bad. Having it in our heart automatically takes us out of the list of people who carry God's flag. The last desperate wish of Satan for good people is hating himself. Don't even hate Satan, even though he is the source of hate. Don't hate him, only reject him, and this is much worse punishment for him than hating him. It is said that one day Satan appeared to Jesus, asking him in a humiliating way, "What makes you think that you are the chosen one?" Jesus replied, "Away from you, Satan." That is the most beautiful response to Satan I have ever heard. There are two meanings to it. First, Jesus says how sick and tired of Satan he is, and later he answers Satan's question, that rejecting Satan is the reason for him to be the chosen one. All of us can be a chosen one like Jesus if we only say, "Away from you, Satan." The only way to be on God's side is being away from Satan, and the only way to stay away from Satan is keeping hate out of our heart, even hating Satan himself, or even hating bad people. Back to our story. Adam and Eve know that they did a big mistake. They are sorry from the bottom of their heart. They know that such a kind God does not deserve such an unjust act. God is not a dictator. He is not mad at them because they disobeyed him. He is heartbroken because of what Adam and Eve did to themselves. How loving he is. Adam and Eve want to ask for forgiveness, but they don't know how. They don't know the right words to express themselves. Again, this is the merciful God who comes to help. He does not leave them alone even after what they did to him. God teaches them the right words. Based on chapter 2, verse 37, that is what happens next. Adam learned the words from God, and God forgave him. This holy moment was the first time a human prayed to God. But what are these words? Based on chapter 7, verse 23, that is what Adam and Eve said in their prayer. They said, "O God, we were unjust to ourselves. If you do not forgive us, we shall certainly be of the lost ones." Don't forget that they learned this prayer word by word from God. Their words show God's concern. He is not mad at them because of their disobedience. He is worried about them because they were unjust to themselves. He is worried about them because they tried to bring themselves down from their rank to the angel level, from being God's blessing on earth to being an angel in heaven. He is awesome. He loves us more than we can imagine. He is an unimaginable love. Our love for him is less than a drop, and his love for us is more than an ocean. He is the kindest. He is the greatest. He is the best. He is the one, the only one. Adam and Eve said what they were taught to say. Everything came back to normal. God forgave them. They were never expelled out of heaven. They were never punished with hate. It was Satan who was expelled out of heaven with endless hate in his heart. He was not the chosen one, like Adam and Eve, to live on earth. He was kicked out of heaven. He was the rejected one. Satan means rejected. He was supposed to be with angels in heaven full of love, not a monster on earth full of hate. This was his punishment, and this is the punishment of his followers, living on earth with hate in their heart. He was expelled to earth. Since then, he has been wandering on earth like a lost soul, seeking revenge. Thanks to dear God, Satan lost his first battle against humans. He will lose the last one too. He is a lifetime loser, and that is why he is wounded and hating humans. Shame on him. I don't hate him. I am away from him. After everything came back to normal, the time to descend to earth arrives. At the end of this story, in chapter 2, verses 30 to 39, God asks Adam and Eve to start their journey on earth. But this time, the tone of his voice is different. He is not upset anymore. There is a kindness in his voice, voice of relief, voice of peace, voice of victory, voice of love, voice of honesty, beautiful voice of God. We told them, "Go down from the heaven, so surely there will come to you guidance from me. Then whoever follows my guidance, no fear shall come upon them, and nor shall they grieve. And those who disbelieve and reject my messages, they are inmates of the fire forever." This was the first message of God to humans. Adam and Eve were never kicked out of heaven. They asked for forgiveness, and God forgave them. Adam and Eve are the most misunderstood prophets. Through history, we have blamed them for our misery. We have called them sinners. we have blamed them responsible for us being on earth, not in heaven. These are all Satan's whispers in our ears. He is telling us the same lie he told Adam and Eve. He is telling us that earth is not a good place for us, and we should be in heaven. This was the first lie Satan ever said, and he is still using the same lie again and again. Shame on him. It was Satan who was kicked out of heaven, not Adam and Eve, and it is him, all these years, regretting what he did and wishing he could be forgiven and back to heaven again. I feel bad for him. I feel worse for his followers. But I feel the worst for those ones who surpassed him, those monsters that even Satan is ashamed of being affiliated with. Let's imagine that the whole story of Satan tricking Adam and Eve never happened. Let's imagine that Satan, like angels, bowed down to Adam and Eve and went to do his own business, forgetting about them. Then, how things would be now. Would we be living in heaven with angels? No. Probably everything would be mostly the same. Adam and Eve would be sent to earth anyway. For sure, the world would be a better place without Satan, but there would still be a large number of people who did not need Satan's guidance to do bad things. We have to accept that Satan is only a whisperer. He has zero power in doing bad things. He is the source of spreading hate. This is us who have done all the shameful badness throughout human history. It is us who have killed humans more than any other creature on earth. It is still us who are doing all bad acts. Shame on us. I always apologize to God for the act of bad people. He does not deserve such unjust humans. We, humans, don't need to go back to heaven. We need to stay with God right here on this beautiful planet. We don't want to be with angels in heaven as Satan suggested to Adam and Eve. We have works to do. We belong to earth, and earth belongs to us. Earth is the gift of God to us. The main difference between earth and heaven is that heaven is empty of badness and hate. One day we will turn earth to another heaven. God threw Satan out of heaven. This is our job now, to throw him out of earth. Earth belongs to us, and Satan belongs to hell. If it wasn't because of Adam and Eve's prayer to God, and if we were sent to the earth with hate, God knows how our lives would be here. We all would be like Satan, or even worse, hateful monsters. Thank God that they asked for forgiveness, and thank God that He forgave them. Adam and Eve were the first students of the holy school of earth, and this tradition has been going on for thousands of years. With the birth of every human, a part of God's soul enters a beautiful body. Every newborn human is a brand new Adam or Eve. Every newborn human is a prophet of God. Every newborn human is a representative of God on earth. Quran, in chapter 95, verses 4-5, explains this concept in the most beautiful way. Certainly we created human in the best make. Then we sent him to the lowest of the low, except those who believe in God and do good. Quran does not say that humans start their life, then some people go up and some people go down. It says that humans start their life in the highest rank, then all go down, except the ones who stay the same. We can see that the only thing we need to do is doing nothing, just stay where we are. God has created us in the best way. We are born blessed with His pure soul. The only thing we need to do is to stay like a child. We need to live like a child and to die like a child. We do not need to grow up. We are born grown up. Life is a simple equation. Do not waste your time looking for salvation. We are born with salvation. Just stay where you are. Do not waste your time swimming in the ocean of life looking for a shore. Relax and let the currents take you to the safety. Once a great man said, "More important than doing good is avoiding bad." Children are the closest people to God. They are born in the best make. They are not born with sin. They are innocent. They are messengers of God. They are a window facing God. We can find our way by looking at them, by learning from them, by listening to them, and following them. Let's stay a child. Let's be a child. Let's ask them the way like how Sorab Saperi did. You'll see a child on top of a pine tree, picking chicks off a nest of light. Then you ask him/her, where's the friend's house? This is not a poetic and symbolic statement. I truly believe that children are the closest ones to God, and the only way to God is being a child. Let's be a child. If you liked this talk, please like, share, and subscribe.